Today's segment is brought to you by High Plains Journal, Alfalfa Seed, and Case IH.
We're here at Alfalfa U in Dodge City, Kansas today, and we're visiting with Don Miller with Alfalfa Seed, one of our presenters, and he did a presentation on salinity management in alfalfa. What were some of the highlights of that, and how can people get around that issue?
Anytime you irrigate alfalfa, or most of the western United States has some issues with salt. And breeding for alfalfa improvement, one of the things we looked at was the salinity that's affecting production. So we actually initiated an alfalfa breeding program where we could really select varieties that have more tolerance to salinity. So that's what we're talking about today, and some of the varieties and some of the advantages of those varieties.
Now, you mentioned in your presentation, it's not just those big bare areas that we see, but it affects the yield all across the field.
That's exactly right. We're trying to develop a variety that the farmer can use for his whole farm, and just give him an insurance package and that genetics of that variety, that in case that parts of the field has salinity, that variety still can perform in those areas. In those hot spots where you can't get germination of a variety, these new salt-tolerant varieties have a higher tolerance to that salinity, and so they'll get better germination, better stands in those what I call hot spots out in the field. But there may be other areas of that field that still have some salinity problems where the alfalfa is growing, but there may be a 7 to 15% yield reduction. So we want a variety that actually performs in those salinity areas, but also they're top-of-the-line varieties even if there's not any salinity out in the field. So the genetics just has an insurance package of salinity tolerance.
Have you had any interesting questions from people about that issue since you've been reporting?
Yeah, one of the questions you get sometimes on salt is, well, is the plant taking salt into the plant? And are these salt-tolerant varieties saltier, and do I have to add salt blocks out there? No, the plants are just more efficient at pulling water out of a saline soil, and so really we're improving the alfalfa genetics, but we're not increasing the salinity of the plant itself. So.
All right, thank you, Don. Again, we're here at Alfalfa U in Dodge City, Kansas, visiting with Don Miller.
Today's segment was brought to you by High Plains Journal, Alfalfa Seed, and Case IH.